Hi guys, this is Mosh. If you're new here, click on that subscribe button. Today is going to be another portfolio update. It's almost been a month since I done my last one. If you want to check that out, I'll put the link in the description below. So definitely go check that out. Initially in my old portfolio, I had a lot of UK stocks and some small cap stocks as well. However, my philosophy has changed in terms of investing and the way I'm going to go about it. I'm going to have about 50% of my portfolio in ETFs. The rest, I'm going to sell off these small companies. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to just look purely for growth stock. Now, the reason why I've chosen to go for growth stock over normal dividend investing and solid companies that have large market caps is because of Neo Inc. Now, I initially bought Neo Inc. in one of my investing accounts at around $4. Neo Inc. has surpassed 900% in my portfolio. So you can imagine 9% your average annual return on the S&P 500. And for me, as I'm an active investor, it makes sense. So let's go into my account and see what I've got now and what I'm holding. And if you want to do a comparison, check out my previous video, my portfolio update, and you can see what I've sold out. As you can see, I bought some AT&T in my ISA account. I'm only going to show you guys my ISA account and not my invest account. So as you can see, I bought some AT&T into my ISA account. The reason is it pays a very good dividend and the share price took a bit of a hammering this year as well. So I thought it's a good solid buy. BP is one that I'm holding since last month and I'm going to try and get rid of as soon as the share price increases. Even though it has a healthy dividend yield around 6%. Again, fossil fuel company, unless it turns itself around for long term, I don't think it's a good choice. As you can see, BT Group has gone up by 16%. I should have put more money into that, but again, it's still, I think, undervalued, and I think the share price will continue to increase. GSK, I bought it around £13.50, so it took a big drop. I'm not sure exactly why, but it has a very good dividend yield, and we can check what it is. It's around 6.8%, which is very good. I'm still holding Greencoat. Again, these smaller companies, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sell out and collect the cash and invest that cash into growth stocks. As I said, Neo Inc. from $4 is surpassed $40 now. So it's gone up a ridiculous amount, and that's all within less than a year. Okay, I invested heavily in IAG. Now, IAG own Liberia and British Airways. The reason I went for IAG is because a lot of people during the pandemic were investing in healthcare companies, and I always knew there's only going to be one company or possibly two that produce a vaccine, and they're the ones going to benefit, and every other company is going to drop. So I started thinking about stocks or companies that will recover after the vaccine is announced. One of the major industries that will recover is transportation and the airline industry. The reason why I chose IAG over any others is because they have a healthy cash flow balance. I know they issued some shares at around £1.21 to get around 2 billion to see them through the winter. But before then, they had some healthy cash in the bank accounts. And as you can see, it's already up 52%. When it gets to about 100% increase, that's when I'm planning to sell out. Intel is another one I'm holding from last month. It's another one I'm going to try and sell out as soon as the share price increases. iShares Global Clean Energy ETF, I'm going to keep holding. I think that's a very good long-term investment. And remember, all this is for entertainment purposes only. It's my own opinions that I'm portraying, so do not take it as investment advice. Mitty Group is another one I want to sell out. Okay, another one I invested heavily in is Rolls-Royce. Now, they've taken a big battering due to the pandemic, and obviously airlines, I'm putting in orders in for engines. So I think that's one that will recover in about a year or two. Currently it's down about 6-7%, but I think that will increase, and when it does increase, that's when I'll sell out. Telefonica I'm going to keep on holding because it has a very good dividend yield, and as you can see, the dividend yield is 11.76%, which is amazing. I mean, that is a crazy dividend yield. So that's one I'll continue to hold and probably put more funds in. Okay, I've got my Vanguard FTSE All World. Again, that's up about 7%. Now, Vanguard FTSE All World High Dividend Yield, I actually sold out for a profit. Then it took a big drop. It got under, I think 37, and then I rebought again at that time when it was on a dip. And obviously the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, I'm going to keep on putting more and more money in, because if you haven't checked out my previous videos on compounding, the average annual return for the S&P 500 is about 9%. And definitely go check that video out. I'll link in the description below. From my last video and from last month, I'm still holding Wells Fargo. That's another one I want to sell out as soon as the share price increases, and obviously collect that money and just purely go for growth stocks. If you want to start your investment journey, Trading 212 gives out free shares, completely free. All you have to do is sign up and you can do what you want with that share. You can sell it, you can keep it. A lot of the times they give you National Express, which is about £9-10. People have been getting high value stocks as well. If you want a completely free share, use my link in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this quick summary of my portfolio update. Definitely go like this video because it allows me to see what type of content you guys enjoy, so I can make more of that.